The Stage Door Show, celebrating the independent artist. Hosted by Dave Hondel.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Stage Door Show. This is Dave Hondel. I am humbled and honored tonight to introduce my special guest. This man is a true legend in the entertainment business and is the most honored male actor in the history of the Primetime Emmy Awards. Please welcome to the show, Mr. Ed Asner. Ed, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Now, Ed, growing up, my family and I were big Mary Tyler Moore fans as well as Lou Grant fans. And, you know, one thing I noticed on the show is that you had some incredible chemistry with the cast. So talk about that chemistry.
Well, the chemistry was always great. It's best defined by me that no matter how good others were in the cast, there were moments I never felt jealousy because I had so much heaped upon me in terms of praise. But it was a very loving family, and we were delighted with the individual successes each one achieved on their own, all through the show. It pleased me enormously.
Yeah, that chemistry definitely came through on the screen with the audience. Being that the show was on for 7 years, 7 seasons, there had to be some memorable moments. Can you share one of those memorable moments with our listeners?
Well, the character that Valerie created to become Rhoda, when we finally did we had slight contacts up until that time. And then when I got my own apartment and decided to have it decorated, and Mary touted Rhoda and her decorative talent with who she was working for, who she had worked for. And I said, yeah, Mary's magic work. I said, fine, yeah, that's good. I'll have Rhoda. So Rhoda goes ahead, and I guess I haven't seen the show since we played it. But I guess I got periodic reports of how it was shaping up. And then finally the great day comes where I'm invited to come look at my apartment. And I come in there and I look around and it's explained to me the outre that Rhoda has done with the apartment and how she's fixed it up. And Rhoda leaves the room and well, before she leaves the room, I immediately go into launch into, I love it. Oh my, it's lovely. It's lovely. And then Laura leaves the room, and I turn to Mary, and I go, I hate it. It was a good laugh.
That's fantastic. Now, following the finale of the Mary Tyler Moore Show, you went on to play the same character in a dramatic series. And how was it going from a sitcom to a drama, playing the same character? Did the audience take a while to warm up to that, or was that something that people took on to right away?
The audience, I think, out of their ignorance, comes to enjoy the Mary Tyler Moore Show, or what is the extension of it. And it shows the stupidity of the producers and the writers of Lou Grant, that it was no easy pickings, because we were leaving a comedic format, which was honed and sharpened over a week to become as concise as possible. And an audience of 300 people who came with joy in their hearts to watch the Revelations performed for 3 cameras, which which photographed the show. And what no one realizes, you're going from a comedy to a so-called drama, and there are no laughs. You have to realize there are no laughs. It's got to be, you're working in a vacuum, so to speak. So anyway, we had an hour show of drama to fulfill, but within that, with no audience, 2 cameras at best.
Yeah.
What no one realizes is that you, a cameraman can't laugh at what he's watching. An offstage actor can't laugh at what he's watching. The director can't laugh. Nobody can laugh because we're watching a drama that's tightly sealed.
Yeah.
I realized that there were laughs, which there should have been, within it. Nobody in the cast could laugh, but we had to maintain such discipline. And I regretted the fact that they wouldn't have the release of a laugh at home, where the real audience was. I was in therapy at the time, and I decided to, unconsciously, I guess it was, give a tip to whoever the audience was. That that line was a laugh. So I would grimace. And in therapy, I finally asked my shrink, "Oh, what do you think of the show?" And he said, "It's nice, it's nice. Well, why do you grimace so much?"
Right.
And I went, bam, right up for it. What a jerk I was. As if I'm going to grimace normally. No, I wouldn't. Sure. And so I immediately stopped, and I guess we left the poor audience at home to laugh whenever they felt like it.
Wow, what a story. Thank you for sharing that. We're going to take a quick break, but we're going to be right back with Ed Asner. Hey everybody, make sure you check out our buddy Mike Bova's website, mikebova.com. It's MIKEBOVA.com. Besides helping to produce the episode you're listening to right now, Mike is the headliner for the Big and Tall Comedy Tour and host of the Funny Business Radio Show. Mike is a business expert and a funny and dynamic speaker who is perfect for your business meetings, conferences, and conventions. For bookings, call 315-404-8200. That's 315-404-8200, or email Mike at events@mikebova.com. Did all of you catch our new amazing intro? Well, I can tell you that our new intros for this show were performed by voice actor Steve Zero and were recorded and mixed at Word Bubble Studios in New York. From audiobooks and commercials to e-learning and live events, visit stevezero.com for your sincere and strong narration partner today. Again, that's stevezero.com, stevezarro.com. Just amazing work. We are back with Ed Asner. Now, Ed, a lot of people know you from your voice work in the Pixar movie Up when you voiced the character of Carl Fredricksen. But you have been doing voice work for many years. And what are some of your personal favorite projects that you've worked on?
Oh, God. Well, Up was a great delight. It was a great delight. And then there was, what's her name? Granny Good. Where I play I guess it's, I never decided whether it was a man or a woman, but I acquired a lofty woman's demeanor in terms of voice. I let it go at that. But that was, those were fun to do. Those, what the hell was that? Freakazoids was the one where I played Cosgrove. So I had a highly limited voice there. That's what it. I've always enjoyed the voiceover work. I've been able to come up to the demands it makes, and I've loved the material I've had. My most difficult one was Gargoyle.
Okay.
I always worry about how good was my Scottish accent.
Now, if you would, Ed, talk about your experience on the movie Elf. I mean, that was such a great movie with a great cast. What was your experience like on that movie?
It was Jon Favreau is a genius. It was like vacationing in Disneyland. That's how comfortable it was. The dialogue was great. The character was beautifully defined by Favreau when he wrote it, and I will always think that he is the greatest.
Yeah, that was such a fun movie to watch. I still watch it every with my family every single year. In 1996, you were inducted into the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame. And in 2001, you received the Screen Actors Guild Lifetime Achievement Award. We have a lot of independent artists that listen to our podcast. And what advice would you offer somebody just coming up into the business to achieve that longevity in the business?
Luck. I would ascribe to them all the luck in the world. I can't say. Perseverance is, of course, necessary. Acceptance. You have to live with acceptance. So
yes.
You audition for a role and you don't get it. Don't kick yourself. Just say that's the breaks.
That's good advice.
And leave it at that. Accept what, and try to find out what you could have done better if you can. Talk to somebody on the audience who, or in the cast who might know. I hadn't thought of this before, but I would say ask them, what do you think I did wrong? If you could get to them. Or you could, listen, the directors are people who put on their pants the same way we do. Ask them or her, what did I do wrong? Why couldn't I do it? The fact that you're pursuing it means something to them. And that the fact that you're coming to them for aid and comfort means something to them.
Yes, that is great advice. Thank you for offering that. And for our young listeners out there just getting started in this business, that is such valuable advice from a legend in the business. So thank you. I wanted to talk a little bit about your charitable work that you do.
What would you like to give me? Do you have it or accept it?
I'm in the same situation. I'll take what I can get. But I want to talk about your Ed Asner Family Center over in California, and also the work that your family does with Autism Speaks. That obviously hits a lot of people close to home, and me as well, and my family. So talk a little bit about that.
Well, family centers thrive on charity, and the coronavirus did a lot to stimulate charity. But unfortunately, I think an autism center is not on the first list of what people regard as potential gifts. My son Matthew, he's been a mighty successful fundraiser for Autism Speaks and the Autism Society, and his wife has also been a very big help. He has an autistic son. His wife has two high-functioning autistic sons. And he decided, or they decided, to seek out a place to create an institution called the Ed Asner Center for adults who are plunged into the midst of the autism crisis. And their relatives or friends who are victims of it. and they found a wonderful place. They've got a lot of wonderful people, but keeping the money to keep it rolling is another question. So I hope it lasts, and if it doesn't, I'll always adore him for the contribution he made in my name.
It's fantastic. And again, thank you for all the work that you've done with that. My family, again, is closely touched with that. So thank you so much for the work that you and your family have done with the Autism Speaks and also your center. The other thing is some of the stage work that you've done, even up to recently, you've done a lot of stage work in plays and acting on stage. My question is, do you prefer being on stage versus being in front of the camera? Do you have a preference between the two? Or are they just so different that you enjoy them both?
I do enjoy them both. I draw strength from both of them. I must say that having two more or less one-man shows that I tour with, that I finally came to the realization that though I hate to travel, I hate it, that it's getting to those audiences out who would never have seen it if it weren't for the fact that we were booking it the way we are, that I draw strength from the performance. I hate the trip. You can have the trip, but being there and drawing from the audience means everything in the world to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. And one of those plays that you were in is A Man and His Prostate, which was written by Ed Weinberger, and you two have worked together for years. Talk about your relationship with Ed Weinberger and some of the work that you've done with him.
Well, it's a quirky relationship. I want to kick him to death at times, and I'm sure that he feels the same way about me. And we go ahead. And when I decided to do the play, it's a perfect comedy. And it depends on, unfortunately, one man, one person. I commend him to the heavens. He's done a great job, and I hope enough people get to see it. Coming from Johnny Carson, he was a writer producer for us for several years, and He was highly effective.
Yeah. He's amazing, and I'm glad you guys work so much together because I love his writing and I love your acting, so it's a good relationship there.
Yeah.
Now, before we go, Ed, I wanted to ask if you ever get together with Betty White, or do you ever see Betty White?
No, and if I'm a decent person, I better get off my ass and call her, because I get conflicting stories that she's sick or that she's not sick. I have to find out for myself. She is my senior in age. I have to be a good younger brother.
Well, I can't thank you enough again, Mr. Asner, for being on my podcast tonight. It's been a true pleasure for me and an honor. Your family has been tremendous to me as well throughout getting this thing set up. So I want to thank you for that. And again, I hope you stay safe and your family stays safe during this coronavirus. I wish you nothing but the very best.
Well, you're very kind. And I've had the best.
Absolutely.
So I thank you for your commendation. And I thank you I thank God for my life.
Absolutely. So thank you so much and have a great, great night, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you.